needy children in your local communities.
Do your part for the toy and joy makers.
Because every child deserves Christmas.
Brighten a child's holidays. Give to the Channel 8 Toy Drive.
There's Leon. They're still hanging on for their lives.
Good evening, I'm Patrick Van Horn, and this is Eyewitness Video. There's one thing video does better than any other medium. It lets us share incredible events. We get to know the people who live through them. For instance, few of us will ever stake out an armed robbery, or race into the eye of a storm, or join in a harrowing rescue. But tonight, you'll live moments like these in 6 Eyewitness Video stories.
This is a very dangerous area. I want to watch what I'm doing here.
Ride along with a man who chases storms for a living.
You're pursuing something that could turn around in an instant and kill you. You have to be very careful.
Follow an unusual private investigator with the public welfare in mind.
That's when my mission became clear, that my camcorder was going to be a weapon.
See the garbage just flying out. No cover.
Go underwater with a cameraman who shoots the most amazing story of his career.
I've been shooting underwater for over 25 years, but this certainly is the most dramatic, unusual thing I've ever shot.
Here are you guys getting out.
Take part in a video sting to catch an armed and dangerous criminal.
That's a terrifying thing. To know you could be walking into gunplay or whatever, who knows?
Finally, a young boy tries to become a professional trick rider the hard way.
The first time I saw him do that, I just was horrified.
But first, one of the most dangerous sports on earth, extreme skiing.
It was really scary to see somebody 1 minute up at the top skiing and the next minute tumbling so fast that perhaps could have broken his neck or his back. I was hoping to God that Garrett was alive.
April 4th, 1992, Valdez, Alaska. 37 men and women meet for the 2nd annual Extreme Skiing Championships, a competition so difficult that you can only reach the start by helicopter. This year, 27-year-old Garrett Bartelt chooses to ski down a half-mile steep rock face, a run so dangerous no one's chosen it before, and for good reason.
Jesus. Oh, God. He's in big trouble. Oh, my God.
Yeah, there could be
He's out. He's not moving. We need serious help up there.
When I saw Garrett start to fall, I almost immediately started feeling sick because I knew how much trouble he was in. Oh, he was like a rag doll. He was just tumbling down the mountain from head to foot, doing cartwheels through the air, in no control at all. He had no control over what was going to happen to him.
It hurt to see someone in that much trouble, and it was just like, you know, my job is to keep him in the center of the frame and to stay with it, but nevertheless, I'm still an observer to another human being in a lot of trouble. I thought we've probably seen this fellow, if not seriously hurt, maybe even killed.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. Damn. Oh,
Oh, God, no. Oh, where are those rocks?
Oh, my God.
He got me hurt.
I instinctively started skiing after him because I knew I was going to be the first medic on the scene. I really expected him to be unconscious and possibly even dead with multiple injuries. As I got closer to him, I could see that he actually was moving.
Looks like he's conscious.
Yeah.
He's got to be hurt.
He's hurt.
The first thing he asked me, is your leg broken? And I said, well, I don't know. And I lifted up my leg, and it bent in between my knee and my hip. And I said, yep, my femur's broken.
What do we got going here? Okay, patrol's here, and okay. I think I'll be able to go. Probably a broken femur, got a head laceration, and there's going to be a traction split in the body.
I've got starting to get frostbite, so I really need help there.
I had some gauze bandages, and I was able to start working on his scalp wound, which helped him against the cold. And by that time, we had about 3 or 4 people helping, and I was able to direct the transfer of Garrett from the snow into the toboggan. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, hang on. Strike your leg straight.
They couldn't ski me down, so what they ended up doing is walking me down and slowly belaying me down to a flat enough spot where the helicopter could get in and pick me up.
Upon transferring Garrett from the toboggan to the helicopter, it was just a matter of minutes before he was in Valdez Hospital.
2 days after the accident, the camera crew came in and I saw the tape for the first time. Here we go. Just sliding at the top and trying to get my feet underneath me. I remained conscious through the whole fall, which was good. It kept me aware and thinking of what was below me. When you're tumbling down, you see the sky, the snow, the rocks. And it was just a struggle the whole time down to try to regain control.
You can see when you slow down the videotape that 2 things happen at the very end. His leg hits a rock, and that gives him enough lift to throw him over the rock. That really saved his life, but that's also the rock that broke his leg. That's also the broken leg that flew up then and allowed his boot to hit him in the top of the head, and that caused the deep laceration on his head. I've never seen a fall anything like this. I timed it. It lasts 40 seconds from the time he starts his fall until the time he comes to a stop. End over end, and over that kind of terrain and that kind of speed. I've never seen any other ski accident. I've never seen any other video of anyone making a fall like that.
A lot of people would think, oh, after a crash like this, you may not want to ski. But when you've been skiing all your life, that doesn't really even enter your mind. It'll definitely take a lot more than a crash like that to get me off the slope. Skiing's part of my life.
If Garrett has 9 lives, he used up a good 5 or 6 up on that hill.
Incredibly, the day Garrett fell, there were 4 separate video cameras recording the event. Because of the inaccessible locations used for extreme skiing, it's an adventure few of us would witness if it weren't for video. Next, a housewife takes on an army of garbage trucks using video as her weapon.
Wouldn't you love hair this healthy and shiny? Mine wasn't always so healthy. Then I found Pantene's Pro V. Pro V is the combined shampoo and conditioner with Pantene's Pro Vitamin formula. The Pro Vitamins go deep into your hair, improving it right down to the tips, making it so healthy and so shiny.
Pantene Pro V for hair so healthy it shines.
Try it. You'll see.
Do triples taste good?
You'll see.
Crisp rice like Rice Krispies plus crisp wheat and crisp corn give triples a taste so surprisingly good, people do a triple take.
It's good.
See?
When your batteries are performing, you're on top of the world. But you never know when they're about to take a fall. Only Duracell has the copper top battery tester, so you can be sure your batteries will be riding high. You can't top the copper top.
Wednesday, see how it all began.
How do you do, Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh, how do you do, Elaine Bennett?
It's the first episode of Seinfeld with a different dad for Jerry, different hair for George, even different kitchen cabinets.
There's a sitcom.
Not just another rerun. It's the very first, very different Seinfeld. NBC Wednesday.
I think it's going to be big.
If they're rich, famous, and annoying, then they'll get theirs. Countdown, America's most outrageous celebrities in a crazy year-end special.
They all look like a bunch of girly men, huh?
With Mary Tyler Moore, in Living Color's David Allen Greer, and Seinfeld's Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
I love you all.
Spy Magazine Hit List 92, NBC Wednesday.
I've been a volunteer since the days we beat polio, but this is even more frightening. Over 100 babies die every day. Sometimes we know why, sometimes we don't. That's why we fund all types of research and why we have programs that teach parents things that will hopefully keep their babies from dying or having birth defects. We just want people to have healthy babies. You want to help?
Early on, one of our biggest concerns was the possibility of illegal infectious medical waste coming into the landfill.
You can see some more IV bags, tubing, and what appears to be some more gauze. Although it may not be infectious waste, it certainly hasn't been proven to me that it's not.
On one side, a peaceful small town. On the other side, a landfill of garbage. In the middle, a woman who cares deeply about where she lives. When Terry Moore of Center Point, Indiana, decided that landfill dumping had gotten out of hand in her hometown, she fought back. Her camcorder was her weapon. While trucks rolled through town, Terry rolled tape, creating a powerful video document of a small town under siege.
John and I were married 14 years ago, and I've lived in this county most of my life. When we would go to town, we would drive by this house that we now own, and we would say, you know, gee, one day, you know, we'd love for this to be our home. It was our dream house. Instead of the sounds of the city, we wanted our children to grow up with the sounds of nature.
Do you want to go for a boat ride after a while?
So it was a dream for us, and a dream come true that ultimately took a kind of bizarre twist. We knew there was a landfill here, but it was really small, and we really weren't very concerned about it. The local owners had sold the landfill to an out-of-state group of investors who were from the East Coast. The small, rather quiet landfill changed from that to doing a booming business, bringing in garbage from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. I knew that the state of Indiana did not require documentation of any waste coming into any Indiana landfill, so we formed our group called Dump Patrol. We set out initially with pencils and papers. For 14 and a half months, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, 75 volunteers documented every truck entering and leaving the landfill.
I can actually see the landfill from my back door. I can stand at my back door, and I can even see the name on some of the semis.
Well, a lot of the problem with the landfill is the leaching of the agents that are in the landfill into underground water.
And we do have a deep well, so you just never know what goes on below, I guess.
If I was on well water, I certainly wouldn't drink it now even, let alone in a few years coming, because there's just too much, could be too much leakage from this landfill. It's not one of the new modern landfills.
If the landfill ever were to leak, we were going to be able to find out who had dumped garbage in the landfill and hold them responsible. That's when my mission became clear, that my camcorder was going to be a weapon not only in the fight to protect ourselves, but to protect another people who were probably totally unaware of what was happening to them.
See the garbage just flying out, no cover, all baled waste just pulling it out.
When the trucks began to come in mass, there was just massive confusion. And it went from a few trucks a day to 50 trucks a day. Trucks would end up lost, they'd end up in accidents, they'd end up in ditches. We even had one truck split in half.
Trucks going, trailer stand. Some good old East Coast waste. And you talk about one garbage semi ruining your whole day, this is it.
As members of our dump patrol began to talk with the truck drivers, a lot of other issues became evident. The same trucks that were bringing garbage from New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania were returning back east with food products from Indiana.
I have hauled boxed meat on trailers that I haul garbage in, but they said they washed it out and disinfected it. It was safe. Well, they had the authority to haul it, and they tell me to haul it or find another load. So I had to make a living, so I hauled it.
The mission was, whenever we saw any truck carrying a refrigerated trailer, was to get it on camera.
I'm going to back up a little bit. You can see the inside of the truck. The smell is something that you just cannot hardly believe. Now, I don't know if you can see or not, but if I get up close enough, maybe you can see the maggots crawling. There he goes crawling. There we go. You see him? He's going hiding behind that piece of garbage. There's another one of his little friends there. You can see him moving.
It kind of makes people sick at their stomach, I believe, thinking that, okay, you're hauling garbage in this, and the next minute you're hauling food and produce, and actually even hanging sides of beef in some of these trucks.
When the national media picked up on the issue of backhauling, many of the shows found out that I had video, and my video aired on a lot of news shows. Indiana Senator Dan Coates became aware of the problem through the press. I took him on a tour of the area and shared a lot of video that I had with him.
It was that proof brought to me that caused me to get involved and check out this problem, and it was a problem not only in Indiana but many, many other states, and that translated into legislation, and we're going to pass a law that gives communities like Center Point the right to say no to out-of-state trash.
I could have, told all these state representatives and federal legislators, I could have told them about this maggot-filled trailer, and, I don't think that it would have had the same impact that the video had. The video touched them in a way that words just couldn't.
Terry's video shows a truck dumping its garbage and then shows what's in that garbage. And there are no regulations, there haven't been regulations on how you clean that truck. So Indiana has created a law which simply says if a truck brings solid waste into Indiana and dumps it in a landfill, they cannot then backhaul Indiana products in that truck.
We felt like we really had accomplished something, and we hoped that it would be enough And it may be too late for our area, but what we hoped was that maybe we could save some other small community like Centerpoint from being taken over and just simply dumped on. Pardon the pun.
I can't believe how much the video has had an impact and how much it has empowered me and my group and the things that we have been able to accomplish through video.
Now I can see somewhere over the rainbow, and hopefully it doesn't end at the landfill. Actually, that's where the pot of gold is.
Terry Moore's video war against long-haul trucking of garbage has become a state and federal issue. Laws governing this problem are still pending. But there is a more immediate victory. The Centerpoint landfill has voluntarily stopped accepting out-of-state waste, and the residents remain committed to preserving their way of life.
There he is. He's walking up to him.
Going down. When we come back, you'll go undercover as police catch an armed robber. But first, witness one woman's close encounter with a whale. We'll be right back.
"50 stories up without a net is no place for a nap. So when one of these guys gets a bad cold or flu, which medicine would you recommend? One with an antihistamine that can cause drowsiness, or Sudafed Severe Cold Formula? The one that lets you stay alert. No daytime cold and flu product has more maximum strength medicines. For non-drowsy relief, depend on Sudafed Severe Cold Formula, because people depend on you. From the makers of Sudafed.
Adding separate color-safe bleach is out. Because there's cheer with Color Guard bleach. Dirt goes, color stays.
Still no snow, huh? I bet I can make it snow. Have you had hot cocoa? No. Well, no wonder. Come on.
Something magic always happens with Carnation Hot Cocoa.
I'm proud to be part of an exciting new series of movies for NBC.
From former detective and best-selling author Joseph Wambaugh comes the story of a cop with nothing to live for.
It's over. Just let it go.
One case turned his life around.
Why didn't you tell me the truth?
Stories inspired by police experiences.
Stories from the files of Joseph Wambaugh, Jury of One, NBC tonight.
The Blazers beat up the Knicks Tuesday at 6.
On the next Good Evening, Northwest audiences tell us which of the rich and famous they'd rather see fall off the face of the earth. Monday at 6:30 on Channel 8.
Like most people, this woman trusted her doctor.
I couldn't even watch. It was really pretty painful.
Until her husband developed gangrene and then died.
Now, Dateline goes undercover to expose doctors using dangerous alternative treatments, often robbing patients of their money and their lives. Dateline, Tuesday.
When this whale took Lisa underwater, I was in a state of shock. It was kind of like, my God, she's going to die, and then please let her go, please let her go.
Every year, thousands of people sail the oceans on whale-watching expeditions, hoping for just a glimpse of the world's largest mammal. Many of them are awestruck at what seem to be gentle giants, but scientists say these creatures are unpredictable and potentially dangerous. May 1992, Dr. Lee Tepley and Lisa Costello attempt a closer version of a whale watch. They descend into the waters off the Kona coast of Hawaii and discover just how unpredictable pilot whales can be.
This group of pilot whales were different from any pilot whales I'd ever seen before. They were doing this really kind of agitated activity, jumping out of the water right next to our boat for quite a while. And most of the time they will just swim by you, and they'll kind of ignore you. They'll come fairly close sometimes, but they don't even seem to look at you. And for quite a while, they milled around in the water fairly close to our boats.
Ooh, they're very playful right now. They're hanging around us. We did some topside video for 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then we decided to get in the water.
When Lisa and I got in the water, I turned my camera on immediately. Right off the bat, this whale approached Lisa, and we kind of held still in the water. Gee, this is really unusual.
This whale approached me and just literally stopped. His curiosity was very strong. And so I got closer and closer, and next thing I knew, I was touching it.
And when Lisa started to touch the pilot whale, I'd never seen this happen before, and it was really kind of exciting.
It's hard to describe. I just felt this love for this whale. The way I was touching him kind of changed. I started like caressing it and massaging it, and was really enjoying it, and it was pretty apparent that he was enjoying it. We were just liking each other. Then I stopped. I thought, well, you know, I don't want to overdo my stay, and so I just kind of pulled away and was looking at him. About 20 or 30 seconds later, he went down and came back up, and then we had eye contact again. We were kind of staring at each other. And next thing I know, he charged at me.
And I remember this feeling of concern, you know, like, my God, what's happening? But it was over so fast that I thought to myself, oh, it was no big deal. It was just a quick pass, and it's really nothing to worry about. But the next thing I know, I look down, and I see Lisa in a pilot whale fairly deep, but I didn't realize that she was in its mouth.
My ankle was in the whale's jaw. And I remember putting my finger inside of his gums and touching his teeth, going, I'm not getting out of this. And I looked up and realized that I was very far down, and that I was probably going to drown. I was thinking, oh my God, I'm not going to be with my son. I'm not going to live. I'm not going to survive. And I kind of surrendered to that, and then I got real angry. I thought, no, no, this isn't fair. I don't want to die.
It was kind of a feeling of terror. And I remember thinking to myself, she's going to die, and I can't film anything like this.
I'm jerking my leg back and forth. That's when I was scared that I wasn't going to make it, because my lungs had been deflated. And I don't remember much more. I think at that point I was really slipping. And the next thing I remember, I was breathing very heavily, thanking God that I was there to breathe heavily, and seeing Lee pulling the motor on the boat, and I remember saying, oh, come on, start, please start.
I think if this would have happened to me, I don't think I would have survived at all. I don't think very many people would have. I think Lisa's got a great survival instinct.
I don't believe that this whale wanted to hurt me. I think when he bit me, I believe that that was probably playful. They bite each other. They bite each other when they play, and they bite each other when they mate. Taking me down, I don't know. Maybe he wanted a closer look at me. Maybe he wanted to taste what my skin tastes like, or take me down and keep him for his own. I think if he wanted to hurt me, he would have taken me down, bit me really hard, and left me. He took me down and then brought me back up.
There are currently 2 regulations that affect interaction of people with whales. One is that you must stay 100 yards or more away from them, and the second one is you cannot interfere with their activities. You cannot harass them. You cannot do things that would impede their movement or change their behavior. I think the video clearly shows what can happen when people don't follow the rules and they get into a situation that seems at the outset to be very innocent, and before they know it, being caught up in a very life-threatening situation. Fortunately, this woman didn't lose her life, but she could have. The video is very frightening, but at the same time, it should send, I think, a message to people. Basically, if you have an interest in the animals, the best thing to do is to follow the regulations and enjoy them from a distance. Leave them alone and don't put yourself in a position where you could get injured very seriously or even killed.
For those people who may not agree with what I did or approve of what I did, I know that I entered a world that very few people get to. And for the rest of my life, I'll remember it as an honor and a wonderful experience.
Incredibly, Lisa only needed 10 stitches for her wounds. 5 days after her brush with death, she returned to the ocean for another dive. But this time, she limited her studies to small fish and rocks. When Eyewitness Video returns, one man's love affair with storms. But first, an inside view of a video sting. We'll be right back.
Patrick Sizz, a Sears sales associate, and the big news is our lowest prices ever on these Kenmore appliances.
This Kenmore Ultra Wash 2, America's best dishwashing system, is just $369.99. Save $90. And this Kenmore upright vac with 7.5 amps and onboard attachments is $99.99. Save $40. You'll find Kenmore and America's other favorite brands at great prices, only at Sears Brand Central.
You can count on me.
You ever notice you can't really smell your own breath? Hi, Tim. So you search for fresh, clean breath or face the consequences.
Want fresh, clean breath? Be certain with Certs.
A twin blade from Bic?
What's in it for me?
This is new? A twin for normal skin and a twin for sensitive, right? It was good. The new Bic Twin Select. Made a Bic man out of me.
In a small town in New Hampshire, a school and its children were falling apart.
These kids don't want an education, they want a warden.
One incredible man fought to make it better.
I want everyone to have his own chance.
A true story of love and making a difference.
Looks like you won. Congratulations, Mr. Principal.
Michael Tucker, A Town Torn Apart, NBC Monday.
An electrifying experience. We'll chase a storm when Eyewitness Video returns.
He loved her so much he killed her. Teens stalking teens. Don't let your child become the next victim. What kids and parents need to know this week on NBC Nightly News.
Wednesday, a new Unsolved. A millionaire is murdered. Now the family's fortune is up for grabs. Plus, help reunite a family for the holidays. Unsolved Mysteries, NBC Wednesday.
Nobody in America's ever disliked Saturdays. A day to fool around, even if that means pounding the dents out of an old fender. But sometimes you still need to get your money. That's why Bank of America is now open 9 to 1 on Saturdays. Because you should be able to do anything you want on Saturdays. Even go to the bank. Banking on America. Bank of America.
Which stars make you sick? Monday at 6:30.
The guy's getting out. He's getting out. He's going to approach him. There he is. He's walking up to him.
Going down. Your heart's up in your throat at this point in time. Thinking, okay, did he do it? Did he get away with it? Or is it time to hit him or what, you know?
April 1989, New Haven, Indiana. The manager of a large discount store gets an unusual anonymous tip. The store is going to be robbed by a disgruntled ex-employee with a history of violence. Store manager John Good immediately contacts local authorities, and a video surveillance sting is set in motion. Here's what happened.
The sheriff's department believed that the suspect was going to try and rob us as we took our bank deposit to the bank. I had just been promoted to the store manager, and I was very nervous. One of the detectives stated that he would act as my assistant manager. We would walk out in the parking lot together carrying the bank deposit.
We didn't know whether the guy was going to take us right outside the door, whether he was going to wait till we got out the car.
We were in a specially equipped undercover van. Somebody could walk within 10 foot of the van, and we could videotape them. They wouldn't know they were on videotape.
We're waiting for him, and time passes and passes, and he doesn't show up.
And the more we waited, the more tense it got.
Finally, we were real close to calling the entire operation off when in he drives.
Kind of a blue Oldsmobile, we think.
And it just coincidentally happens that he's parked directly in front of our officer's vehicle.
We're both ready whenever you guys are.
And at that point, then it becomes tense, because now is when the danger comes to play.
When I finally realized it was going to happen, I was kind of frozen, and I was pretty terrified because I thought there was going to be gunplay. I had no idea of what I was going to walk into.
He's got a lot more guts than a lot of people would have. You know, a lot of people wouldn't have done it. They just said, no, here's the bank bag. You go do it yourself. You're on your own. I told him that after about 15 or 20 foot, turn around and go back in the store and to keep everybody away from the windows. All we knew that he was going to be armed. Didn't know with what. I assumed that it'd be with a gun. So I just imagined, you know, everything that could go wrong would.
Scott walks around to his vehicle and gets in, and our suspect still sits there. He doesn't do anything. He sits there.
Guy ain't moving, Dick.
And we're sitting there, and seconds are hanging like hours, and nothing's happening.
And I waited, and that's when it popped in my mind. Well, maybe he didn't see the bank bag.
Ron will go back in here a minute then.
So I got back out of my car and kind of showed him the bank bag there, made sure that he that he saw it, and walked partway back up to the store, pretended like I said something to the store manager, waved at him, waved the bag, walked back to my car, and that's when he approached.
Here, you guys getting out. He's getting out. He's going to approach him. There he is. He's walking up to him.
Going down. See what's going down right now. He's headed up for Scott.
When he opened the door, I saw he had a knife. At the time, I was just thinking, well, I could probably survive it if he shot me because I had the vest on. But a knife, I wasn't so sure.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey!
It's down.
He's got the key. He's headed for his car. Move in. Take it.
All of a sudden, these police swoop out with their hands out the window with guns drawn and stuff, talking about, freeze, get down, we'll kill you and stuff. I got my hands up in the air. I'm saying, oh, hell.
The look on his face was just, it was priceless, I think. Just like, you know, what's going on? You know, how could I do this?
I thought that I had gotten away. But as you see, I was proven wrong.
Armed robbery on tape, Dick.
At his trial, Lenny Harrison pleaded not guilty to armed robbery, but he was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison.
This is a very dangerous storm. It seems to drop tornadoes without any type of warning.
No matter how careful you are, sometimes you do find yourself being chased by what you were pursuing.
Our next story is about one man's passion for the power and beauty of storms, the motivating force in the life and career of Warren Fadley. Starting out as a still photographer, he soon realized that a single picture could not capture the danger and excitement of actually pursuing a storm. And so he turned to video, and his videos take us from one terrifying storm to another.
We have emergency units rolling directly in front of my vehicle now. Tornado still on the ground over there behind the rain. Possible tornado on the ground behind the chase vehicle. Extreme wind.
you're pursuing something that could turn around in an instant and kill you. You have to be very careful.
Tornado directly above the car. I don't know if the guy down the road sees it or not. It is directly overhead. You had a funnel cloud right above you. You had a pretty good funnel cloud right above you. If it came right out of there, it was right above the car. No, I think I'm going to go back the other way for a while because that thing's still spinning around. Man, very lucky.
It can be a battle, it can be a war, but you have to get close enough to get the shot you're looking for.
That this is a potentially dangerous weather situation for much of Oklahoma. Extreme instability.
It has been called the ultimate big game hunt, and when you think about it, that's really what it is.
Lightning, did you see that?
As far as I know, I'm the only journalist in the world that chases storms on a full-time basis. I chase over 100 storms a year, and I chase throughout the United States and into Mexico. Of all the tornadoes I've ever captured on video, this is probably the most impressive one because I was able to get so close to it. At one point, a lightning bolt came right out of the funnel. I was born in Topeka, Kansas during the height of the tornado season. Then my father was transferred to Mobile, Alabama, which is a hurricane hotbed. So at a very early age, I was subjected to almost all forms of severe weather, which probably sparked my curiosity.
Tornado was sighted just north of Amarillo at 1:07 a.m. This tornado was moving into the city of Amarillo. Take cover now.
It's very dangerous at night when there's any report of a tornado. It's almost impossible to see them unless they're illuminated by lightning. The hail and the lightning this night was incredible.
The windshield's broken out. I heard something just a second ago.
Damn. Storm chasing is an all-consuming profession. You basically have to work 24 hours a day.
I keep my video camera in a very heavy-duty metal box because it's always being knocked around.
As a rule of thumb, I like to have everything packed up and ready to go so I can be out of here in 5 minutes. One of the great additions to my chase arsenal is the new portable fax machine. And with this unit, I can access weather data, including satellite images or even instant radar reports from almost any location in the world, as long as I have a phone to hook up to. And that can be a pay phone in some small little town, or it can even be the cellular phone that I carry around with me.
Thank you for using WeatherFax.
Tornado just a few miles away now. A very, very, very large vortex.
I'd never seen a tornado that big, and it didn't look real. It looked like smoke rising from a large fire.
Okay, it's going to be crossing the road now.
The closer I got to it, the more I realized that it was just a monster-sized tornado.
Very large tornado. Unfortunately, appears to be going through a populated area now. Got to stop it pretty soon. We do have debris falling in the area.
I don't think most people understand the true destructive force of a tornado. In 1987, I was in Saragossa, Texas, just a couple hours after a killer tornado went through and destroyed almost the entire town. I saw some amazing things. Sections of pavement had been lifted up and carried away by the tornado. Cars had been pelted by rocks that looked like a machine gun had hit them. I even found a fork embedded in a tree and bent over. As a storm chaser, that was a very humbling storm because for the first time I was able to see personally the damage and destruction that a tornado can bring. I think if I was married and had a family, it would be virtually impossible and probably wouldn't be proper for me to be out taking the risks that I do.
This is a very dangerous area. I want to watch what I'm doing here.
I feel that I'll be chasing storms until I'm either too old to drive or too old to see. As long as I'm physically able to, I'm going to be pursuing it.
We have another tornado forming, heading right my direction.
Next, a boy and his bike. Does he have the right stuff to join the circus? Find out when Eyewitness Video returns.
What's so great about the Ocean Spray Cranberry? Perhaps we could put it this way. Sweet, tart. Ocean Spray Cran drinks. It's amazing what a little cran can do.
Now Ocean Spray can save you $5 on Hook, the hit video. Details at stores.
Our wedded bliss could be over. All we have left are 2 NyQuil liquid caps of these other pills.
You take the liquid caps. You've got a big day tomorrow.
Why should you suffer? I'll take these.
But then you could still be up tonight with the sore throat and a cough, and you need the rest more than me. I insist.
The power of liquid medicine the way you want it. Vicks NyQuil liquid caps. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest medicine.
I just hope my coughing doesn't keep you awake, riddled with guilt.
BKTV at the movies.
I love this place.
Burger King celebrates the magic of Aladdin, Disney's all-new animated adventure. And now, only at Burger King, you can get an Aladdin Magic Cup free.
Whoa, carpet, let's move.
If you love the movie, you'll love the cup. Fill it with an ice-cold drink, and it magically changes color. And it's free when you order this, one of these, and a 32-ounce soft drink. It's your way right away.
I love this place.
From a network that brings you Perry Mason and In the Line of Duty comes a new series of dramatic movies from the files of Joseph Wambaugh.
You're walking the edge, man, and I am sick and tired of walking it with you.
He thought he had nothing to live for.
That dead cop is the only company you keep.
One case could turn his life around.
Let's get the creep off the street before he kills somebody else.
Only a former cop like Wambaugh can tell the real stories. Total Recall's Rachel Ticotin and LA Law's John Spencer from the files of Joseph Wambaugh, Jury of One, NBC tonight.
My bike went flying a couple stories high, you know, and I went flying through the air like a bird.
That was perfect.
Many young children dream of running away with the circus, leaving parents and school far behind and stepping into a magical world of fantastic performers and exotic animals. It's a dream that seldom comes true, but one that tugs at our hearts every time the circus comes to town. Tonight, thanks to one family's film and video scrapbook, witness a dream come true.
Sometimes before I go out to perform, and, you know, the audience is getting ready for us to come out, the adrenaline starts to flow, and I think back about when I used to be a kid.
When Robert was in the 2nd grade, we bought him his first bicycle at Christmas time. He was the type of person that was always setting up boards and bricks.
He never rode on a bicycle sitting on a seat. It was always backwards on the handlebars and reverse.
When I was 14 or 15 years old, that's when I really started trick riding. I started out doing, you know, the smaller tricks here and there. I would practice real basic stuff.
Actually, it was my idea to do the filming with the camera. My parents gave me the camera when I was very young, and I just filmed anything that was interesting, and he was interesting. But it wasn't until later that we started using the video camera that he began to critique himself and realize that it could actually be a tool.
It's hard to know what you're doing wrong unless you can see yourself. Somebody else can tell you, but you don't know if you trust them or not. My goals were to try to become as best as I could on my bicycle and try to turn professional. The first time I ever attempted to do the 360-degree backward somersault was in 1989. What we did is we went out to a lake, and there was a dock, and we put the somersault ramp at the end of the dock, and that's how I practiced. I would jump into the water for safety. And after I felt pretty comfortable doing it into the water, we decided to move to land.
I videotaped Robert learning the somersault right before we were married. And that was hard because I had to keep the camera on him all the time and not drop it and make sure that he was okay when he fell.
The first time I saw him do that, I just was horrified.
By playing back the video and watching it, you can actually see that I traveled too far. I landed way at the bottom of the ramp. The ramps were too close together. So what I did is I spread the takeoff ramp and the landing ramp further apart by maybe a couple of feet.
A lot of times, Robert will send a videotape of what's going on. The videotapes are really fun because it shows what Robert wants me to see in his performance, and it lets me keep up with what his family's doing, and those are very proud moments.
Here I am in the middle of an audience entertaining people and having a good time at it. And so I just can't believe that it grew into that. It just went the right way.
We'll be right back with information on how you can become part of Eyewitness Video.
The things we do to control what we
Now you can give in to your craving for snacks the smart way. Introducing Orville Redenbacher Smart Pop. Compared to potato chips, new Smart Pop has 80% less fat and a third fewer calories. So you can eat and eat and eat and not feel the least bit guilty. New Smart Pop. From Orville Redenbacher, of course.
Of course. Here's how the mind reacts to 2 pizzas for $5.99. Shock, disbelief, denial, and finally, acceptance. Now at Little Caesars, 2 pizzas for $5.99.
Doozy. The Remington microscreen shaves as close as a blade or your money back. 2 flexible screens let you shave whiskers below skin level. It's quick, smooth, comfortable. A great value. The Remington microscreen.
You're walking the edge, man, and I am sick and tired of walking it with you. He thought he had nothing to live for.
That dead cop is the only company that you keep.
One case could turn his life around.
Let's get the creep off the street before he kills somebody else.
Only a former cop can tell stories this real. From the files of Joseph Wambaugh, Jury of One, NBC, next.
He's lost his uncle thousands of dollars. He's caused a man's premature demise. Monday. The Fresh Prince gets in really deep doo-doo.
I'm so confused.
Will Uncle Phil kick his young butt?
Does James Brown have a perm?
Then on Blossom, Joey dates Saved by the Bell's Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Whoa.
NBC Monday.
This week on Today, Whitney Houston, Rob Reiner, Glenn Close, and Kids' Toys. What's hot and what's a best bet this holiday season? This week on Today.
If you haven't talked to your kids about drugs, make an appointment.
Yo, Mom, you want to see me?
And if you don't know what to say, ask us. For a free parent's guide to drug prevention, call 1-800-624-0100.
Video has opened a whole new world of experience for us. Today, anyone with a camcorder can share their lives, from chasing storms to chasing criminals, from dangerous sports to dangerous encounters. Video is a window to the world. So if you've been a video eyewitness, we'd like to hear from you. Call us at 1-800-55-VIDEO. That's 1-800-55-VIDEO. All stories will be verified for authenticity. Next time on Eyewitness Video. A fishing trip turns deadly in icy waters.
I jumped out of the boat and I looked around and I seen Marty, the deckhand, and he was like floating about 50 feet off, face down in the water.
Witness the challenge to rescue an 8-foot alligator.
I just kept saying, holy cow, because I was just like so excited and just like, wow.
An innkeeper uses video to catch a thief.
I called our local news channel and told them that I had been duped by a check forger and that I had video footage of the con man.
And join in a breathtaking ride over Niagara Falls.
When you're at the edge, you look out the window and you can see the power station and the side of the wall.
So join us again next week for a new edition of Eyewitness Video. I'm Patrick Van Horn. Good night.
Tuesday at 10, 9 Central on Dateline NBC. Can you trust your doctor? Dateline goes undercover to expose some dangerous alternative medical treatments. Could they be fatal? Now stay tuned for the powerful world premiere movie, Jury of One, based on the novel by best-selling author Joseph Wambaugh. Two cops, partners on the force, friends off duty, until one accidentally takes the other down.